Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good evening, Eastern Iowa. I'm Storm Track 7 meteorologist Danny Cassidy. Well, it was a very eventful day for our northern areas. A lot of areas saw some heavy rain, frequent lightning, and unfortunately some wind damage as we saw winds 50 to 60 miles per hour move through and cause a lot of uprooted trees, power lines, snapped some branches, and unfortunately in some areas, including the Scenic View Campground in southern Alameda County, some damage to some campers. Now for the rest of this evening into the overnight hours, I think generally speaking, we're going to be just on the scattered nature for showers. So we'll step to future track here. We'll see that move through. There's a little activity off to our west right now, and I think that'll stay west. We'll keep an eye on it. I do think it'll stay off to the west. Then through the overnight hours, about 2 a.m., maybe another line of showers and isolated storms moves through. This isn't expected to be widespread severe by any means, but could see some pockets maybe of gusty winds, as well as heavy rain at times. But again, I think for the most part, that severe risk is on the lower end, and that'll clear out, I think, by 7 a.m. And we'll have some sunshine to start our Thursday before more storms possible during the afternoon. For tonight, it's going to be warm, upper 60s and low 70s, about 10 degrees above our normal low. Isolated storms, otherwise partly cloudy with the southwest wind at 5 to 15. Tomorrow, the cold front will be moving through, and you're going to notice where it's at. Basically along Highway 20 during the daytime, high temperatures in the low to mid 80s north of Highway 20, upper 80s and low 90s south of Highway 20. Could see some scattered storms, and some of them could be strong to severe as that cold front moves through. And the biggest question is going to be when that cap breaks. There's very warm air aloft, and if we see enough daytime heating, that sun peeking through, that'll initiate those storms and they'll fire off along the cold front. Now, when it initiates, that's going to be the big question. If it initiates a little bit earlier along the cold front, kind of along Highway 20 here where the level 2 risk is, we could see it start anytime between about 1 to 2 o'clock during the afternoon. If it initiates a little bit later as the cold front moving south, maybe about 4 or 5 o'clock, that would be along this area along and south of I-80. So that's why the biggest chance of the risk is going to be level 3 here south of I-80, level 2 risk along and south of Highway 20. And there could be the scenario where it initiates early in the afternoon, early enough to have some strong storms north of Highway 20. So that's the breakdown there. At any rate, if we do see severe weather, hail chance potentially 2+ inch size in diameter, damaging wind gusts 75 miles per hour or greater. Tornado chance for us is low, but it's not zero. Here's a further breakdown of that. So again, on the lower end for tornadoes, not ruled out, but a low chance there. The hail, whenever you see these black hatch marks, that's the significant hail, and that's 2 inches or greater. And you can see basically if you're in that yellow area, that level 2 risk, that's where the best chance is, and obviously south. Then for the winds, what's going to happen is initially I think the line or the storms are going to flare up as supercells, kind of discrete supercells, kind of individual storms. That's when the hail risk will evolve, and then the winds will come shortly after that as it becomes more organized. That's why this chance is a little bit lower in the area. So that, again, is kind of the breakdown of what we can expect if these storms flare off. There's a lot of questions with this. Let's step through future track together and show you what it could look like tomorrow. So here's 7 a.m. Thursday. We see some sunshine. Then around noon, we could see some early activity, or at least non-severe activity, but scattered storm activity during the noon hour. Here's 3 o'clock. Again, maybe some stronger storms, but the line isn't formed yet. Now here's 5 and 6 o'clock. Again, the best chance of this line developing is going to be along and south of I-80. You can see, again, these purple, that would indicate those maybe large hail. And then as this line develops, becomes more of a wind threat, and with strong winds off to our south and to our east. Still could see some storms behind that, but I think the best chance of severe weather will be before sunset. And all that rain, I think, wraps up at least before midnight, if not a little bit earlier. So things are still going to be changing from now until Thursday afternoon. So stay weather aware, and of course, we'll keep you updated throughout the night tonight and during the day tomorrow. And the reason why we had this chance is it's going to be muggy, especially in our southern areas where that cold front is out in front. So dew points, depending on where you are, our northern areas, probably upper 50s and low 60s. Our central and southern areas, mid to upper 60s during the day. No matter where you are, though, on Friday, it's going to be very comfortable, low to mid 50s for dew points. Saturday will rise through the day, upper 50s and low 60s. Then for Father's Day weekend, or the back end, I should say for Father's Day and beyond, upper 60s, maybe close to 70 at times. And that's going to make it feel very uncomfortable out there, especially with temperatures climbing into the 90s. So tomorrow, especially in our southern areas, could feel like the upper 80s and low 90s. Friday and Saturday will feel like what the high temperature is, or what the temperature is outside. And then Sunday and Monday getting very close to that 100-degree feels like temperature. So especially Sunday and beyond, be very careful if you spend time outside. Stay plenty hydrated, and of course, get in the shade if you can. So your city-by-city forecast for Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, and Iowa City. So Friday, if you have to spend any time outside, do it Friday. It's going to be comfortable, mostly sunny, light winds. Saturday, rain chances pick up throughout the day. As of now, not expecting severe weather, but of course we'll keep you posted. Father's Day, I think a majority of this will be during the morning and early afternoon, a little bit of a break, then maybe an isolated chance overnight. More isolated chances Monday through Wednesday. On the warmer side, Monday and Tuesday, cools down a little bit Wednesday, but still, it is that time of year. High temperatures riding around that upper 80s and low 90s range for much of the 10-day.